Dave Ramsey has been and will continue to be the source of a lot of headlines for numerous reasons. Um, it seems that no matter what he says, people critique him for a number of different reasons, whether it's disagreements in his baby step principles, whether they disagree with his 8% withdrawal rate for retirement accounts. Regardless, whatever he says will tend to be polarizing, and people have opinions all over the place, regardless of if he's right, if he's wrong, or if he's somewhere in the middle. What I want to talk about today is that there's one thing that I think universally should be accepted by everybody, and that is his 80-20 rule. And his 80-20 rule is essentially 80%, or in order to be successful with money, it's 80% behavior and 20% knowledge. And we can go in detail with this, or deeper detail with this. However, it holds true. How many callers has he had, or how many callers or questions or people have you seen that make buku bucks compared to the average person? They make several $100,000 a year, maybe even millions of dollars a year, and somehow, some way, they always find ways to spend it, and they just don't know how to tighten their budget. It goes back to behaviorally, you have to accept that you're going to live on less than you make, whether that's $40,000 a year, whether that's $400,000 a year. That's one thing that his baby steps and his Financial Peace University does a really good job of instilling into you, that discipline. And it is funny, just for him saying 80-20, it brings up why people dislike him, and it's because sometimes he'll put inaccurate or incorrect numbers and associate them with things. For example, it's not necessarily 80% or 20%. It's more, his point with this is it's more important that you live on less than you make than it is to know what to do with the money that you get. Whether that's, by knowing what you're doing with the money you get, that could mean investing into various accounts, putting it into an IRA, whatever. It's more important than you have the funds to put in there than what exact fund that you put it into. And it goes back to it just goes back to like his first baby step, where it's like save $1,000. That's the one piece that gets ridiculed the most, where it's like $1,000 is never enough. But his point is it never was enough, and it's behavioral. That first baby step will get you on the road to financial freedom. And I just think that's one thing that, he gives a lot of polarizing opinions, but the one thing that he says that everybody should agree on is that you need to live on less than you make, regardless of your income. And after you do that for a while, then you can start talking about financial freedom and ways to maximize your portfolio. But the 80-20 rule by Dave Ramsey.